stupid noise there. Good morning. Not much to say, to be honest, so there's no point if you don't want to be bored, log out now. But there'll be no signings today, but I'm sure there'll be more rumours. I think the Connor Cody one's pretty. That's gathering a lot of pace. And with Jermaine Defoe talking yesterday, I thought, you know what, if he's talking about it, that's, because he was on a pundit thing with him. I think was it the women's, England women's? I can't remember. Whoever it was, he was on with. And that was it. That was that Club World Cup thing, the PSG game, I think. Anyway, but he had said he'd spoke to Connor Cody at Rangers and how give us a glowing reference, which he always does. You all know, and he says he wish he had come to Rangers 5 years before. So that's good, and I don't think Defoe would have put that out there himself if he didn't think there was something to it. You know what I mean? Because he's got a bit of a, I guess, reputation's the right word. Also, see, there was a Jason gave a brilliant thing last night. Question: would you prefer what's his name from Leicester? Jamie Vardy or Lawrence Shankland? And I thought that was a good one. I said Vardy. Vardy will not come. Before we go any further, Vardy's not going to come to Rangers. I'd prefer Vardy because he could win as a league. But people also said, oh, these players have got no sell-on value. We've got to get Sept. We're going to get some players with no sell-on value. You know what I mean? But they might come in and help win us the league, giving us 40 million instant access to the Champions League. Because remember, we go straight into the Champions League next year. You know what I mean? Remember that. We can't. Not every player. Can't think of every single player is going to get sold for a profit. I mean, if we bought Shankland and say we took him a 3-year contract, that takes him to 32. There's still something there at the end. But anyway, I don't think he'll come either. By the way. But tomorrow's the day when the reset button's hitting the new financial year starts for football in Scotland and the UK. So that's when we might see more. But like people have said, we're not bringing in players panic buying. That's the word. That's a good word, isn't it? Panic. We're not panic buying. We're not getting held to ransom at both ends of the spectrum for buying and selling. We'll only do business if we feel it's right. I do think, though, that say a player last season was worth 3 million, we'll be paying 3.5 for him now because people know we've got a bit more money now, or a lot more money. The richest team in the country by billions. But there'll be no. What am I trying to say? So I think the prices will be up a little bit, but they'll know about that and they'll deal with it. But there's not. It's still a good place. I'm still buzzing about where we are, And this people say nobody's coming in. Nobody's coming in. Who is buying? I mean, I don't know. Is everybody? I mean, of all the other teams, of Celtic, have they bought in 5 players or enough players? I don't know. You know what I mean? There's too many people worrying about stuff that we don't need to worry about yet. Remember it's the 1st of September the window shuts. We've got till then. I'm worried about then, not now. You know what I mean? Because I know there's chess being played all over the place by agents, by clubs, by players. Just cool the jets a little bit. It'll all come out in the wash, as they say. We'll get Kearney back for that one, yeah. So, anyway, cheers.